Hey everybody, it's TheModernNative. Got some big updates today, and uh, excited to share that with you guys. This is going to be my last live stream for quite a while. I'm finally going to be able to make some mileage here, and got a big plan going. Was able to bum a couple of cigarettes off of guy Chuck who picked me up today. Happy he was able to pick me up, help me out. Got me down here to my buddy's place so that way I could live stream and share a big update with everybody, and do some fundraising because we've got a small list of things that we need. Things are falling apart on us, and but I'm excited to share a big update. When you pop in, say hi. Let me know you're hanging out. I'm hoping today being a Saturday that it'll be better. That I'll have some more people coming in. Yeah, with the tarp being torn, I need to try to figure out a way to get a tarp. Hoping I can. Need to get dog food, duct tape for my boots, some powdered milk, and potatoes. If I'm able to get a few extra things on top of that, it'll make things a lot easier. But I'm running a fundraiser right now, and I've got a big update that I'm going to be sharing with everybody. I'm just going to give everybody a chance to come in so that way I can share the news. Big changes coming. Um, it's kind of sad news, but it's also going to be better. So, the first big update is some changes in how things are going to be, and that'll be a different setup with how the videos are going to come out. Right now, I have a bunch ready to upload. Well, they're uploaded. They're scheduled to go public over the next almost 2 weeks. So you guys will have plenty of stuff to watch while I'm working my way up to the next town. But I'll be able to cover that distance a lot easier now. It'll be my last time backtracking once and for all. Um, so I am excited. I was a few minutes late because I was watching Airac's 10 million video. Um, Hoping he's going to come out with some updates later on, and he's still going to do one in Atlanta. But either which way, that's his hometown. So even if not, I'll go crash. Since we got 5 hanging out, say hi, let me know you're here. I'm going to wait for a certain number of people to come in before I start doing my actual updates. I've got some big changes coming and some big news. I am excited to announce some big changes, some updates about what's going on. So I am hoping people pop in, say hi, let me know that they're here. I want to share some updates with everybody, but I don't want to repeat myself too many times because it's a lot to go through. So I'm just trying to wait for some people come in, say hi. But right now, do a quick thank you to my patrons, Farmer Jack, Cynthia, D-Man50, Pat, and One Anonymous. You guys are awesome. Thank you again for your continued support. Anybody who wants to join that awesome group of people can go to the link in my description. It's patreon.com. It's a monthly subscription. It helps me out a lot. There's plenty of different tiers to choose from. And right now we are looking for donations so that way I can get some food, some dog food, and some equipment. Our stuff is tearing apart, so I need some duct tape especially. That's like bare minimum. If I can only raise like $5-10, I need to get some duct tape so I can tape our tarps back together and my boots back together. So that's number one priority. Second is dog food. Well, that's first priority, but Silver Serpent, how's it going? I hitchhiked down. We were up farther, so I had to hitchhike a little farther and get down here so that way I can do the Wi-Fi. I needed to get in contact with someone. Worked out an arrangement so that way things will be better and easier. We'll actually be able to move farther and faster. I'm excited for it. Things will just turn out better. It'll be rough, but it'll be better for everybody. So it says we got 6 hanging out. So Serpent's the only one that says hi. Yeah, there's a decent amount of wind today, but it's mainly on the lake. So right here, it's not too bad. The wind's more coming sideways now instead of coming down the hill. I was getting chopped up before because it was coming over the cabin, but it's coming down the lake, so it's staying on the water. I just released my big thank you video. I thanked everybody for everything they've done, everybody who's donated, everybody who is local that helped me out. I said thank you to a lot of people. So I've got a pretty solid plan. I'm going to be up at the next town the end of this week. I will be at the NCT next week, and then I'll be able to cover quite a bit of distance heading down that. So I'm going to have a lot of videos coming out for you guys here soon. I have a bunch uploading or set to upload that are scheduled to go out just about every day from here until the 22nd. So you guys will have plenty of videos to watch, and then I'm going to find a spot where I can get to Wi-Fi up there at the next town and upload everything that I've recorded over the last week. Well, from now until then. And keep doing that as I go. I'll be on the NCT next week, and then I'll only be like 200 something miles from the border, which I think I can do that in about 2 weeks now. So I'll be out of New York into Pennsylvania before the end of November, or at least the first week of December. And then I'll be into Ohio the second week of December. Should only take me about a few days to get through Pennsylvania. And then stop in Ohio, visit the people I need to see, and then work my way to Georgia. It'll be a lot of fun. It'll be a lot of miles really fast, but it needs to be done. So some changes had to be made, and things will be better from here on out. Man, we only got 3 people hanging out. Well, 2, technically, because one of them's the wife's phone, so I can watch chat. My foot got wet on the way down. Yeah, it'll be easier now, though. I can easily cover 30, 40 miles in a day, so I'm going to have one pack and the dogs and be able to cover a lot more distance. That's what the whole update's about, but I was waiting for more people to come in. I have arranged for... Yeah, Marcy, but that's what this whole thing has been about, is walking that far. I'm going all the way to Georgia. But because we weren't able to get another pack, a big pack, so that way the wife can just carry everything that she needs, I'm going to be continuing on by myself with the dogs, and we are going to cover that distance ourselves. We arranged for the wife to have some place to stay, and so she'll be able to stay with a friend, work, send me some money so that way we can keep going, and get a vehicle. And then once she's got money saved up in a vehicle, she's going to meet me down there. So we just didn't have a place for her to stay up until now, so it's worked out. I can get out before winter, and she can get her stuff handled. I'm also trying to do some fundraising because I got to get dog food, duct tape, try to get a new tarp, milk, and some powdered potatoes, powdered milk and powdered potatoes. I need to get a few powdered products so that way I can last longer. And well, once I make it south, like I said, once the whole thing with Arac is over in February, I'm doing my ultra through hike. So I'm going to go up the Appalachian Trail to to Maine, then turn around, go back to Vermont, connect to the North Country Trail, and then take that all the way to North Dakota. I'm going to do my ultra through hike still. So I'm still going to come back north. Yeah, our tarp is tearing up. My boot has a slice in the side. It just totally pulled away from the seam. My foot's actually really sore right now because it got wet on the way down. That's how I noticed it. I didn't even step in a puddle or nothing. It was just some moist ground, and I was like, oh, come on. So that's got a hole in it now. I've asked my buddy. He doesn't have tape that can patch it, so I need to get some duct tape. Plus, I need to patch up that tarp. See it on the thumbnail and in the video I just uploaded. Don't know when that happened, but there's a tear in the whole corner of my tarp. So yeah, that's not really doing too great right now. But most of the weight and everything that we have is going to go with the wife. So I can carry the bare minimum that I need, plus what the dogs need, and be on my way and be good. So I've still got a bag of rice, a couple of bags of beans, and seasonings and bouillon, and I'm gonna keep some flour and sugar and stuff like that so I can make biscuits. So I just need the bare minimum of food, a change of clothes, and I'm pretty much good. I'll have my hammock and my tarps. I'll have a couple of them. I'm gonna send the bulky one with her. Use the one that's ripped, because the bulky one I just can't do it. But that way I'll just have one bag. It won't be too heavy. I can carry that and just go. Because if it's just me and them, what takes us a week, a month, I can do in a day. So it's going to be the only way we can survive. We had a tough talk about it, and it's down to the fact that, unfortunately, with all of our stuff and the wife, I can't cover that distance like that. But if it's just me, the boys, and one pack, I can do it. If anybody who can share this out, I'd appreciate it, so that we can get some people in here. Maybe we can raise some funds. I chose a Saturday to come down, so that way it was, not on a work day for most people. And I'm hoping some more people will pop in, can have some people hang out. We can get a conversation going. I can update everybody. Yeah, I know. I've been saying that from the beginning. I need a horse. If I could have a horse, the boys would run with it. I'd be able to have all my packs on it, ride it, and we would cover a ton of distance. Even a pack mule, a freaking mini pony. My boys would just see that as a big dog, which might be a problem occasionally because they'd forget that it has weapons on its feet. Shoulder. Yeah, so the wife is not going to continue with me. That's been decided. I'm gonna miss her. She's gonna miss me. The boys are gonna miss her. But we'll just keep moving, keep going. I'll have those boys so tired out they won't even notice, and it'll just be me and them. What I might end up having to do is take the wife's hammock with my underquilt because hers isn't doing that great. But with my rip in it, the rip in my hammock, I'm just biding my time until I'm falling through it. So yeah, I know. I'd love a little pack mule. Then I could just have a drag sled behind him. He could be part of the sled dog team when the snow hits. But hopefully, doing this, we can get out before the snow hits. I'll be safe. It'll be fine. That's why I do all my self-rescues. Show everybody how you can do it safe. Not to mention hiking that distance alone. That'll just be more on YouTube. More people will be interested in it. Every night's a solo overnight in the woods. Why didn't I think of that? I should have made a bunch of videos just talking about it and prepping for it and explaining it, but we weren't sure until I got down here if she was going to have a place to go. But I'll be able to move more. I'll be able to eat less because I eat out of stress, out of boredom. So on our rest days where she needs a couple extra days or I need a couple extra days, it just kind of eat a lot, and that's not great, not for rations. So if it's just me, yeah, absolutely, that'd be freaking awesome. But I'll be even doing this alone. I'll be safe. That's not what my worry has been. My worry has been her. Um, she's the one that's accident prone. She's the one that's always hurting herself. So having the opportunity to be able to do this by myself, it'll be a growing experience. Exactly. I keep saying that to my boys. When Creature's laying there and he's got his leg up and everything else, I'm gonna be like, look at that deer leg. How much you on that? That's for dinner. And grab his ankle and I'm like, give me that. And he's like, no, Dad, don't eat it. He gets the same look on his face every time, like, Dad, don't. So it says we got 7 hanging out now. Say hi, yeah. Unless you're a bot or a troll. Got my own personal troll, apparently. Ooh. Ah, pen fell. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's the only thing that I had the conversation with Corey Merrill. He was like, you need a horse, but then you got to worry about feeding it. Same conversation I had with a bunch of people. Dave from Glasgow, who helped us out, he was like, man, you need a horse. Then you'd have to worry about feeding that thing. I was like, yeah, but some grain and some greens. And I'm like, well, then I got to worry about DEC getting mad that my horse is eating all the leaves. But yeah, I really need to do some fundraising. This is my last chance, last time. I need to get some stuff. Need to get some food. Need to get some gear. Um, but now I'm gonna be pushing like crazy. Gonna let you guys enjoy the view for a second. I'll be right back. I'm back, Arun. Oh, even right next to each other, even on the same internet, with it live, it's still like 10 seconds behind. Oh yeah, this lake, there's a ton of fish. Tons and tons of fish. Weird. I don't think anybody else is live. I'm surprised I don't have more people. Yeah, there's pike in here. There's bass, small and large, rock bass. Um, Tons of panfish, sunfish, bluegill, uh, perch, trout. Caught a rainbow out of there one time. Um, Probably my best fish like ever. Caught out of there. Um, I threw out my line. I caught it outwards current and it carried it up. I just let it open, left it out. Had a bobber on it with a worm, and I literally didn't even touch it. It was like a half hour later. We were getting ready to go. My mom. This is when I was a kid. We were hanging out at the beach. That's where I was fishing, and my mom was like, "All right, it's time to go." So I started reeling it in, and all of a sudden, oh, what's that? Caught a rainbow. Beautiful fish. And we had 8 for a second. So I am excited about being able to just get going, but I am gonna miss the wife. Hey Pat, what's up? So update. I'm gonna be moving quite a bit. Um, we found a place for the wife to stay. She's gonna be staying with a friend, so that way she can get a job, she can figure her stuff out, and she can get a vehicle, so that way she can catch up to me. But then me and the boys are gonna continue on by ourselves. Just gonna be me and the dogs, and I should be to the next town this week, bare minimum, and be at the NCT next week. So, which means I should be out of New York uh, within 2 weeks after that. So, by the first week of December, I'll be clear out and into Pennsylvania, and then working my way to Ohio and all that. So, I'll be able to cover a lot more mileage that way. If it's just me and I just got the boys in my one pack, I can do 20, 30, 40 miles a day each day. The boys just want to go, they want to hike, they want to keep going, so it'll work out. But my boots are torn up. The ones I'm wearing, which aren't the ones that were talking, they put it on the picture. They have a tear on the side of them I found this morning. So they're not waterproof anymore. And our tarp has a tear in it. So I'm trying to do some fundraising so that I can get some duct tape, dog food, maybe a new tarp. Hey Cynthia, how's it going? So it's I need to be able to get a couple of these supplies so that way I'll still have shelter, my boots will still work, because I doubt I'll get enough to be able to get new boots, not to mention being able to go down to the store and get new boots, but so I need duct tape so that way I can tie it up. Well, between my food, the dog's food, a change of clothes, and the couple of tools I need, um, it'll probably be closer to 60 pounds, but that's actually not bad compared to what I have been doing. So my body's already adjusted to that. I could do 60 or 80 pounds and just keep it moving. Um, I've had it up to oh, like 160 on that one video. That one pack was like 160 pounds, and I could cover distance with that. Not with the boys on me, but I could. So if I've got it down to half that, I'll be fine. That's why I'm trying to do some fundraising today so I can get a few small things so that way we can keep going. I need to get dog food primarily, but duct tape, maybe a tarp, and then powdered milk and powdered potatoes. I have a list to make sure I stick to that. Um, I don't need any morale boost meals and things like that, so I'm just going to be eating dry stuff, keeping it very simple. I can eat the same thing pretty much every day and be fine. But with the wife not going with me anymore and being just me, I'll be able to cover that distance better and faster. First day, I could be like a whole week's worth of our hiking past. So I'll be up at the lean-to probably in a day or two. Not even. I might stop at Rock Lake just to see it. And then be up at the Silver Lake lean-to. And then be in Piseco a couple of days. So by the end of this week, I'll be up there. And then I'll be on the NCT next week. So it'll work out. But 71%, 63%. Keep having to fix the pen is holding up my phone right now. And yeah, Silver Serpent, it's I don't believe it's one of the mines or anything like that. I think it's just something that somebody called it. There's this one creek, it's called Gold Mine Creek, and I'm like, there isn't a mine around here. There isn't even an old mine, so I really doubt that's an actual gold mine creek. Not to mention, I checked, I sifted through it, and I looked at it, and there wasn't any gold flakes, remnants, nothing in any of the silt and stuff that's built up. So I really doubt there was anything for me to find. Not to mention, New York owns all the mineral rights, so even on your own private property, if I were to dig right here, and this guy were to dig right here, and he found a big old thing, he went. Well, Pat, you guys didn't even get to see all of what I had. Like that one load where I've got the thing across my back and I've got the pack, that's actually one of the lighter loads. So like I easily 400, 500 pounds I've been hiking back and forth. So just to reduce the trips, I started adding more weight to each load so that way it was easier. Silver Serpent, you're a character. Old crack pickers might have named it. But yeah, there's a bunch of places around here that have names like that. That it's not. There's no gold mine. There's no things like that, and they just pick names. I swear. How do we drive people nuts for 100 years? Oh, let's call this Gold Mine Creek. People will be checking it all the time. So that's the only thing I'm worried about now is my boots already starting to tear. What's going to happen when I'm covering all this mileage super fast, and my boots are just tearing out from underneath me. So I need a roll of duct tape. I need less stuff is what I need. But that's why I'm cutting down everything. I'm only going to bring the bare minimum of what I need. Um, I'm probably not even going to bring the cast irons, honestly. I'm probably just going to bring my little hiking set. Boiling beans is going to be a pain, though. So might have to figure something out there. But and unfortunately, I'm gonna have to keep the big coffee pot because that's got the only working percolator. So I'm gonna be living off of coffee. But I'm hoping we can get some donations here so that way I can get some dog food and duct tape, maybe a couple of food items that I can take with me. But otherwise, either way, I'm probably gonna be screwed without it. Yeah. So see, I feel weird going to churches, like because I'm not religious. I feel weird going to churches and being like, I need some help. It's I don't know, it's hypocritical almost, I guess. What it feels like. But I'm gonna get in contact with the ranger, see if maybe he has a pair of boots. Um, otherwise, I'll make do. People have been very generous recently, and I'm hoping, I could just find someone who's got a pair of boots that they were going to donate, and they can just donate to me. I'm happy I was able to bum a few rollies off the guy who picked me up today. Man, my foot is killing me. That water got in there this morning because that side is split. It just hurts. Says we got 10 hanging out. I've only had Pat and Silver Serpent and Marcy talking to me, and Cynthia. Who else is here? Say hi, yeah. It's a pretty big update to me. Finally finding a place for the wife to stay so I can do this by myself. It's going to be more dangerous by myself, like Silver Serpent pointed out, but I'll manage. That's why I do all my self-rescue videos, because there's times where you can't rely on someone. And you have to rescue yourself. Surprised his YouTube Premium didn't tell me all of that yet. And see, like, I know any church would help me, but that's like, I don't know. It really feels hypocritical going to a church when am very, I'm very open with the fact that I am not religious. I do not follow the Christian God. I pray to my ancestors and I pray to the Great One. And I know people say they're the same thing, but it's not. But I feel hypocritical going to a Christian organization and asking for help from them when I'm not Christian. It just, it feels dirty. It feels dishonest. But I mean, I'm sure a thrift store, one of the small like mom and pop thrift stores, I'm sure they would. They get the donations all the time, so I'm sure they'd have a pair that they didn't feel right about selling, but I'm okay with wearing. Well, my vein has popped out. Weird. When I see myself without a shirt on, there's sometimes where I'm like, when did that muscle group come up? I don't remember that many veins being on my arm. I had this many ribs. I've got like 0% body fat right now, like maybe 1%. It's I've burnt so much; it's hard for me to keep weight on now. But hopefully, without having to do 6 trips, and I can just do everything in one move, things will be easier, faster. I won't have to destroy my body more than I have been. But I'm really hoping to get at least a few donations so I can get. I really need to get dog food. Um, I ran out of money last time and I didn't have a way to carry it. So I had decided not to pick it up, but everything rang up a little more than I was expecting. I had saved a certain amount, but there wasn't anything I could really put back. So I was just kind of hoping to, I was just crossing my fingers that I'd get some donations or someone would help me out. Thinking I need like $10 for dog food, 10, 15, depending on which store I can go to. Need like $3 to $5 for duct tape. If I can get a tarp, it's going to be like $20. But if all I can raise is like $20, that'll be dog food and duct tape, and I can get a couple of pieces of food for myself. But I'm happy I was able to spend the wife's birthday with her. So at least there's that. We'll miss Thanksgiving, but we'll try to be back together by Christmas. So I'm hoping that she can get everything figured out, get things going, get a vehicle, and save up some money before Christmas. She's got a job sort of lined up where she's going to be staying, so hopefully it'll work out. She can do her YouTube and share what she's doing there. Get her get her following up maybe, and that way she can do updates. Even if they're just for me, I can download them and then watch them later. That'll make her feel better. Yeah, that's an idea. I'll have her, even if they're unlisted, she can still send me the link. And when I connect to Wi-Fi, it'll pop up. I'll see it. I can download it. Things like that. So she can tell me everything that's going on. She's staying with a friend. She's going to be staying with a friend who's going to help her find work and help her get on her feet so that way she can get some wheels and I can have some backup funding. The job that she's going to have, it pays decent, so she'll be able to survive off of half of it, send me half, so that way I can get supplies and stuff like that. But I watched Eric's I hit 10 million subscribers video, and I hope he's still gonna do one in Atlanta. Otherwise, I'm gonna show up at his house with a pizza and be like, "You're gonna share this with me." I came all the way down here for a piece of pizza. He's just such an inspiration. I hope to meet him. I really do. That's like over half of the reason I want to go down there. I just want to meet him. Because he said he was going to do one in Atlanta. That's what he had originally said. That's why I plan on going down there. It was south. It was where I needed to be. And he was having his world's largest pizza party. Right now, he's announced LA and New York City, unfortunately. But yeah, yeah. But it will be better. Everything, it'll be just better overall to be able to do this by myself. Um, I'll be able to move faster, cover more distance, and be able to get down south. She'll be able to stay with a friend, so I won't have to worry about her. Thought we could have got out of New York by now, but was not expecting how much stuff we would actually have, and was not expecting everything that came with it. Plus, starting in the wrong spot, that was my bad. And this is what it is. One thing I got to do before I leave the Wi-Fi, I'm going to download a map for the NPT and the NCT. So, but I'm going to have a ton of videos to make. Got a ton already set to release, so that's good. Um, but I am hoping to get some donations here, even just a few bucks at this point. I really need to get dog food and duct tape, bare minimum. The problem is where she's going to be staying. She can't have the dogs. Finding a place around that lets you have dogs is more expensive. And she can't, and I know this sounds bad, but even she says it, she can't handle both dogs by herself for long term. They have way too much separation anxiety when it comes to me. Her, they can deal without as long as they have me, but I walk them, I cuddle them. They sleep in my hammock because there's times where she can't have a dog in hers, things like that. And it's just better that I have them so I can take care of them. Plus, they keep me moving. Plus, they'll keep me safer. I can keep them safe. Yeah, it's a little bit more weight that I got to carry, but it's not that bad. Can you guys see the ducks? They're chilling in the current. Tree just went down. I don't know if you guys could have heard that, but tree went down across the way. I'm gonna let you guys enjoy the view for a second. I have to go hit the portage on. I mean, it's been 2 full months that we've been camping. Actually, more than that, 2.5 on the trails. We were camping for 5 months before that, and in the cabin it was pretty much camping. Camped 7 months of last year, so I mean, pretty much been 1.5 years full-time camping. I don't mind it. I really don't. But now I'm going to be happy to see some mileage, cover some distance up the trails. Can't wait to hit the NCT. I'm still going to be doing the garbage cleanup too. It'll just be a little harder. Spotting stuff on the trail is going to be hard in the first place because of all the leaves, plus the speed the boys are going to have me moving at. But it'll give me a lot of time to train them and stuff like that. So eventually I'll be able to, I won't have them off leash, but I'll be able to just have them attached to me. if my math is right, I'll be at the NCT next week. By the end of this week, I should be at Pasico, which is the step just before it, and then I'll be able to blast through that whole section, and I'll be up there next week for sure. Well, it's Saturday, so you know what I'm saying by next week. I'm considering this week. My week has already started. Within 2 weeks, I'll be out on the NCT, and within 2 weeks after that, I'll be out of New York. Easy. I ran into some cool people though. A hunter, he's seen us in the area for the last few days, and he's noticed that we are kind of doing it full time, and he stopped and he gave us an eggnog and a thing of Reese's, which just hit the spot. Yeah, about that. Because I'll be at the next stop is 5 point something miles. I might get there or the 13 point something miles by Wednesday. That would be my first time doing it by myself, so I probably won't do all that much that fast. And then from that point on, I'll probably be doubling my miles. Larry's a good guy. Indian Larry's awesome. Now, I don't like saying the word Indian for a Native American, but that's his chosen name, so he's Indian Larry. Some people around town have a funny name for him. They call him One Feather because he's got the one feather sticking in his headband. But it almost feels offensive the way they say it. And I was like, oh yeah, you know Indian Larry, and they're like, oh yeah, One Feather. Kind of sounds offensive, but Larry would just laugh and think it was funny. He's a really laid back guy. It says we still got 6 hanging out. Really hoping for more people on Saturday. Silver Serpent, is anybody else live right now? I feel like when I looked, I didn't see anybody who was live. Ooh. So I'm going to have to be really selective on what I decide to take with me. Everything adds weight. Every piece counts. Luckily, a lot of the comfort things are going with the wife. Because I'm not going to need the folding toilet seat. A log is good enough for me. Thanks, Pat. I appreciate it. You have a good one. I'll catch you later, and you'll be seeing plenty of my videos. Oh. So I think now would be a good time to drop my code word for my replay champions. This time it's going to be solo, SOLO. You're watching this on the replay, and you're a replay champion because you've been paying attention to this point. Put it down in the comment section below this video. Put solo. Let me know you are a replay champion. An hour in, 4 people hanging out. Really thought there'd be more people today. Sorry, I'm just checking, see if anybody's live or anything like that. I don't see anything. At least not on the lives. Huh, 6 likes. Thank you, everybody. Well, if you're here and hanging out, say hi. Man, what is killing me? Gonna be a ton of miles that I'm covering now. I am excited for it. See, the only thing on that, Silver Serpent, is I have uploaded twice. I have started this live stream, so that's already 3 notifications. If I do it again, YouTube doesn't notify as many people. They generally only send like 3 notifications a day per channel. And I wish I could pause this, drop it down, and then come back to it, but that's not, it doesn't exactly work like that. So but I might just start a new one, see what happens. Because we're petering, just kind of sitting at 4. So yeah, I might take a new thumbnail. Yeah, sun just came out. So I might take a new thumbnail and do a new live stream, see if that helps. Might work. Alrighty. Catch you in a minute. Till next time, get out there, be a native. Go beast.